So I just found out that RWBY has an anime. Yeah, I know I'm about 2 months late to the party. I'm not what you would call an avid RWBY fan, but I make sure to check up on any news whenever I can, though I don't know what took me so long to find out about this. The anime is called RWBY Ice Queendom, which makes me think it centers around Weiss, and it kind of does. The episodes I've seen seem to have a bigger focus on Weiss out of all the main heroines, even more so than RWBY herself. Now granted, I've only watched the first 3 episodes and I plan on watching the rest, but I couldn't help but make this video now. So I guess I'll just talk about the first 3 episodes. The first episode was very good and it gave me a lot of Volume 1 nostalgia. The fight scene at the dust shop was especially well done and reminded me a lot of Monty's old style. It was so refreshing to see an actual fight scene instead of the shit we get now in the show, though it has been getting a little bit better in the recent volumes. Needless to say though, first episode was great. The next 2 episodes, however, were not that good. They did a decent job at introducing the main cast, but I felt like a lot of the dialogue that was in the original was just outright removed, and thus making the characters just seem a little bit more bland. Like, where's the bee's knees exchange? You know, I thought that was pretty funny.
Knees. I don't want to be the bee's knees, okay? I don't want to be any kind of knees. I just want to be a normal girl with normal knees.
Also take John Arc for example. In Volume 1, we immediately see that he's a clumsy and goofy character when he throws up on the ship and is fumbling with his stuff when he's talking to RWBY. And in Ice Queendom, we're not really shown many instances of his clumsiness, more of him just being useless. I think the writers of the anime kinda expected us who have already watched the show. I think an example is the episode that Penny's introduced. In the original show, we actually got to see the attack by Torchwood, and we actually got to see Penny and Sun fight. Here, we're just told the fight happened, and we see the aftermath instead. I was really disappointed by this when the first episode showed so much promise, but it seems to me that they're trying to cram in as much of Volume 1 in a couple episodes as possible, and it just comes off of being too rushed. Sadly, Cassie Lee Williams does not make an appearance, and instead we get music by Void Chords and features singer L. I know nothing about them, and I did not know that L from Death Note sung. I guess chasing after Kira didn't work out, but overall I think they did a pretty good job at capturing the RWBY feel in the opening. And again, going back to the dust shop fight, the music they included along with the cinematography made the scene so much better. I have seen sources claim that the anime is canon adjacent to the series, whatever that means. I'm guessing it means that the story is canon, but it's not exactly the same as the original. Maybe that's why ZY is already shown to be owned by the Xiaolong family, and why small details like when the girls first meet each other are similar to the show, but it takes place on the plane to Beacon. There's also a new character called Xion Zaiden, who appears to already know Ozpin. Honestly, I find this character really boring. I mean, I get making a character mysterious to make later reveals more exciting, but Xion is just boring and bland. I mean, there's nothing about the character that entices me. Maybe the scene where they have to send Team Juniper into John's consciousness to save him from a Grim was kind of cool, but other than that, it's just, there's nothing about the character. Another complaint I have is how the background characters look like complete nobodies. It's kind of hypocritical of me to say this when background characters in Volume 1 and 2 were literally just shadows, but it kind of grew on me over time. The anime, however, doesn't do a good job at all making them stick out. They literally just look like they're from a different show entirely. You look at this image and you tell me who the main characters are. Like, geez man, at least give them names. That's just sad. In terms of animation, it's your typical anime. It seems like they put most of the budget into fight scenes. Other than that though, not really many complaints except for the ones already mentioned. With that, I would give the anime a cheeky 6 out of 10. I would rank it higher, but yeah, so far it has not impressed me that much. Really, I don't think it matters whether you watch the original series or the anime, as they are both pretty different, so have at it.